we are having orders that are coming out in various places that are suggesting we are staying at home for 2 months. For example, Virginia just issued a stay-at-home order that lasts through June 10th. That means all through April, all through May, and 10 days into June, you're not going to be back to normal. So are you saying that it would be uncool or heartless to sell for the next 2+ months? Should I be giving my legal templates away because it's wrong to sell? Of course not. Welcome to the Certified Badass Online Marketing Podcast, where being a badass has less to do with what you wear and what music you listen to, and everything to do with whether you've got the thriving online business of your dreams. I'm your renegade thinking Harvard Law grad turned online entrepreneur host, Bobby Klink. In my years building my thriving business, the most important lesson I've learned is that being a badass online marketer isn't about secret strategies or ninja tactics. It's about doing the basic stuff right and showing the F up. So each week here on the show, you'll get clear, easy to execute guidance on how to build your online business and a swift kick in the ass or two to make sure you're getting it done. Hey there, welcome to episode 152 of the Certified Badass Online Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Klink, and in today's episode, I'm going to give you one of those swift kicks in the rear end that you might just need. And specifically in this episode, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be answering a question that someone asked in my free Facebook group, the Badass Online Marketers Facebook group. And this is a question that is coming up a lot in light of the coronavirus. And to put it very simply, I will start with the question that was asked, and then I'll kind of expand on it a bit more. The question was this: is it uncool or heartless to sell right now? That's the question, and I'm going to explain to you why it's not, and why you should be selling, and why you should be doing, just that, why you should be offering your services to the community, to your audience. And I'm going to lead by example here, because what I'm about to do is tell you that this podcast episode is brought to you by the free membership guide that my friend Stu McLaren has that will show you how to launch a successful and profitable membership site. And it's all about, look, if you're thinking maybe you want to create a membership site, but you're not sure, you want to figure out what kind you would create, how would you come up with the name and all of those things, it's all covered in this guide. And I'm promoting this because I'm an affiliate for Stu's program Tribe, which he will be launching later this month as this is coming out. And so I am actively promoting it because I know that it's a great product. It's a great program for people who are thinking about creating membership sites. So I'm going to be actively promoting Tribe. And so if you're thinking about creating a membership site, if you just want to look into it and decide, go grab the guide. You can get your hands on it by going to bobbyklink.com/membership guide. Again, bobbyklink.com/membership guide. Now with that, I want to dive into the actual question. So the person who posted this question explained that she's a health coach and that her services are made for right now because literally people could be focusing on their health and it would be hugely important. And with not being able to go to the gym and all these other things, it's even more important for people to be focusing on this. She went on to explain, however, that she offers a lot of free content and then even explained that some of her coaches and teachers are suggesting that right now she should simply be giving value away and not selling. And the rationale is partly that, right now people are, how are they going to pay for the bills? A lot of people don't know where their paychecks are coming from. There are celebrities who are giving a lot of their services away. So should we be doing the same thing? And there's a lot of this. And I'm going to tell you that that's just bonkers. And it's just bonkers for a lot of different reasons, not least of which is that, look, as I'm recording this just so you know, at the end of March. we are having orders that are coming out in various places that are suggesting we are staying at home for 2 months. For example, Virginia just issued a stay-at-home order that lasts through June 10th. That means all through April, all through May, and 10 days into June, you're not going to be back to normal. And if I had to guess, I would say that a lot of places are going to end up with similar orders. So are you saying that it would be uncool or heartless to sell for the next 2+ months? Should I be giving my legal templates away because it's wrong to sell? Of course not. But I'm going to take it out of the context of online business because I think a lot of times we in the information space somehow think, we get kind of tripped up in things. And I'm going to give you a very simple question that will help you answer this question. Is it wrong for Costco to be charging for food, to be charging for toilet paper, to be charging for cleaning supplies right now? I mean, all of that stuff would be hugely valuable. All of that stuff is stuff that people could definitely use. But is it wrong for them to sell that? Of course not. We would never think that a brick-and-mortar store should simply give their services away. And yet somehow we think, because, I don't know, we're coaches or we're serve first people or something like that we should be different. And I'm here to tell you that's wrong. Because the reality is there's a couple things here. Number one, yes, there is no hard cost of goods sold for our products, right? Me selling something now doesn't somehow, cost me money necessarily, but it costs me time, or it has cost me time. And my time is a finite, is something that I have a finite supply of. And the same with you. And for you to give your time away for free, and again, let me be clear. I'm all for radical giving. If you listen to this podcast, you know that I believe in finding ways to give and to serve and to do things like that in every way possible. But that doesn't mean that I have to give everything away for free. Now, I don't know who this person's mentors and teachers are who are suggesting that right now we should just be providing value. But I would not want to follow those people, candidly. I would say if you are seeing mentors and teachers who are saying that, they should not be your mentors and teachers. Because look, we can only provide value and provide service to the world if we're making a living doing it. If we were to simply say, I'm not going to charge because it's not cool, guess what? I can't keep doing what I'm doing. The only reason I can provide this podcast to you and provide value to it, the only reason that I can have my Badass Online Marketers free Facebook group where I provide a ton of value, the only reason I can do those things is because people are paying for my products. People are paying for the Fans First Society. People are paying for my legal templates. People are paying me for my services and for my information products. And if I didn't charge for those things, it would mean I could not provide the service that I provide. Aside from the fact that the actual products I provide are a service in and of themselves. And you need to have that same reaction, that same belief, that same thought process. Because until you are at that point, you're going to be selling yourself short. And I don't want you to sell yourself short. So let's talk about what you should be doing right now. And again, I want to be very clear. A lot of people have limiting beliefs that they can't sell right now, that people won't buy right now. But I could point to all kinds of counter evidence of that. Now, I want to be clear. There are probably going to be people right now who in normal times maybe would have bought from you and they're not going to now because they are feeling a pinch or they're just tightening up because they're worried or something like that. That's going to happen. But I know a woman who helps salon owners people with brick-and-mortar salons build their businesses. She pivoted and created something after the coronavirus, after all these stay-at-home orders came through, and she sold a good number of spots in her program. These are people she was able to sell to people who are not working right now. But a lot of those people have said, hey, I can't go into the salon. I can't work in my business. So now is the time I should be working on my business. The woman who asked this question is a health coach. Right now is a time when everybody could use health coaching. Because a lot of us are sitting at home and we could use a lot of help with, hey, how do I not gain, 30 pounds during this self-isolation? And for her to deprive her customers of that is a disservice. So right now you should be building your business. You should be doing the things that you would otherwise be doing. You should be finding and taking the time to truly understand your people if you haven't yet. You should be creating content and freebies. Yes, you should be doing all of that stuff. You should be serving with free content, but you should always be serving with free content, and you darn well better be selling. If you are someone who would be selling all the time, you should not stop. Now, if you're someone who hasn't yet launched a product, now might be a perfect time. Now would be the time to focus when maybe you have the time to focus, or maybe you don't. And there are other reasons why you can't, because, for example, maybe, you're home with your kids right now. So that's a distraction. And I get that. But don't use the coronavirus and the quarantines and the stay-at-home orders and all of those things as an excuse or a reason because you think somehow it's uncool to be selling right now. It is not. Again, I would ask you, how would you feel if Costco and the grocery stores right now said, King's X, we're closing down. It wouldn't be cool for us to sell you products right now. So we're just going to stop selling. We're going to close down altogether. And they said, well, we'll offer you guidance onto this stuff. We're not going to sell you any products. You know darn well that you wouldn't want that. So treat your business like Costco treats its business. Keep building your business. Keep putting your stuff out there. Keep serving your people. And if you want to find ways to provide extra value and to be a radical giver, I am all for that. I'm doing that in my business. My team and I are always looking for ways right now, especially to do that. We're trying to decide, are there ways we need to pivot? Are there ways we need to change messaging? Are there ways that maybe we offer some flexibility in payment plans that we wouldn't have otherwise? We're doing all of that, but we're doing it all in the context of continuing to build my business. And you should do the same thing. So that's my call to action for you today. Do not use the coronavirus or anything related to it as an excuse to not take action in your business. And if your next logical step, if you think maybe the next thing that you should be doing in your business is building a membership site, like I said at the beginning of this episode, go over to Stu McLaren's site and grab his membership guide. This thing is 50 pages. It is packed full of great content to help you decide, should you launch a membership site? If so, what kind? How are you going to name it? All of those things that you're going to have to decide in creating a membership site, it's in there. And so you can get it absolutely free. You can get it by heading to bobbyklink.com/membership guide, bobbyklink.com/membership guide, and it will redirect you where you can enter your information and get that guide and really start investigating if a membership site is right for you. That's it for this episode. I'll see you again on Tuesday. That's it for this episode of the Certified Badass Online Marketing Podcast. Make sure to tune in next time. And in the meantime, go out and build the badass business of your dreams.